Hi, this is Sea Spirit Self-Healing. Self-Healing, that's my Facebook page. Sea Spirit Tarot. And it is the night of the 27th. And I'm doing my card reading for tomorrow because I'm fidgeting. Because I have to go to the doctor, to the ortho, to see about having surgery. Because I can ride my bike and I can walk short distance, but I can't even walk a block. So that's all been through all this suffering. And we just got through with showing those swords. I am part of the collective unconscious, or the collective consciousness. So things that I'm going through, there are others going through the same thing. There's no doubt in my mind, because when I pulled this, I thought, well, this looks like a personal reading, but the more I looked at it, it's what we all are going through as we go through to this higher change of consciousness. Having our 3D rug pulled out from under our feet and what was right and wrong and paradigms, and we're letting go. So everything we put out there is a projection, a reflection of who we are. Reflection. This is kind of weird reading, but here we go. We had, yesterday we had the devil, which is dancing, making new souls out of the putrefaction. And for putrefaction society, where we've gone down to, me, where I've gone so low in my head, of a new birth, and the Queen of Disc was definitely manifesting matter on Earth, and the Emperor, well, looks like a pretty good couple, I guess, Mars, this is Aries, but it's ruled by Mars, who also represents things in the earth like metals. And I was wondering if it even has something to do with bones, as does Saturn. So from that comes out today the Princess of Disc, who has chosen a barren area to show that with her pregnancy of all of creation, all the elements, the highest to the high to the lowest to the low, maybe even the majors, I don't know that. She can make fertile a new life, a new birth. Again, I get these cards, just get looking at them, I'm like, ah. It's almost like going into a meditation. And there she has wisdom of I don't know, I haven't counted these, but they're usually zodiac elements, something of the sort. Oh, yeah, so I drew these cards. These are the cards I drew about me going into this surgery. I was an RN for 30 years, and that's an old thought form, that work hard and just suffer through, and I picked it up so well from my mother, and I held it so well. So I'm not only going into the new age of enlightenment, I'm going into the new age of chronism. That's the end of my life. It's really a weird trip here. So the next card that came up, this is kind of about my ortho appointment, is what I've got, was the Tower. That's the Eye of Horus, or the Eye of Shiva. So there's going to be a major change, whatever this birthing here, which is exactly what I've been working on. Because the next card that came up was debauchery. And this is, I'm not even looking at my notes. Let's see. This is Aries. Well, she rules Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. The new beginnings, the I am, the I see, I feel, I build. Okay. You have an experience. All potential exists there. Then the Tower, the Eye of Shiva, Horus, destruction. Destruction of the old thought farms. We showed it in those cards the other day when we went from the Ace of Swords to the Princess of Swords directly to the Ten of Swords. We're just dropping this stuff. Dropping it. And the most important thing is to be aware of it when you see it so that you can drop it. And, you know, fake it till you make it. You know, the wizard adage, it appears as if. So if things start getting you way down, click to gratitude. Gratitude. Stay aware of your own beingness. Easy for me to talk, huh? I'm terrified to go tomorrow, but I'm excited. But what I think this made me do, reflection. I didn't think he was going to, card came out, and I'm going, okay, so you don't want to help me? And this card flew out of the deck. Reflection. Maybe a reflection on that statement about, okay, I don't care if you don't help me. It's fine. I'm tough. I can do it all by myself. Debauchery, suffering. Suffering, believing all these past paradigms. That I grew up in them. You know, I was born in 51. So, you know, this stuff's in my DNA. It's everybody's DNA, but, you know, so much suffering that I did go through. Now, I've got some really hard cards on my birth cards, like the cards of truth and some other places. So, and I was also, I mean, I wasn't sent here to be a material success. I was sent here to be more of a mystic success. But I was so blocked in that time. And because when I first saw this card, it's like my ortho appointment, you know, I can't leave it like that. But now as I look at it as reflecting and to be aware of the changes that are coming. And the next card that came out, thank you, Jesus. See, there's just, Christ consciousness is still coming, is temperance, adjustment. So my bones will be fixed. I will walk even. I will stand even. I have blue of my truth. This is justice, truth. The true blue me will come out, as is with society, is pregnant with new beginnings and the purging of the old. No, the upside down I do. And being aware of their suffering and debauchery and programming. And that programming had to be as we came up through consciousness, even though there was some interference that we were stuck there for a while. With the final outcome, here is the sword of truth, justice, adjustment. We all are going through an adjustment, and the most important thing is to be aware. Stand behind the short wall. Reflect on what you're seeing. Is your consciousness doing anything to be creating what you are manifesting? Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Absolutely. So then I asked for a goddess. It's really weird. Flora, who is the goddess of spring and flowers and just all beautiful, you know? And honor growing things inside and out of us. Pay attention to pleasure and beauty. I haven't. I've been so locked down. And for whatever it was, I don't know, but thank Saturn and Pluto, because I kicked loose last June, and now I have to put my whole self all back together from all this debauchery and suffering that I went through in my life. That had major physical ramifications due to thought forms in my head that I believed that I was not enough. But what I want to do is blossom in spring, or before spring, because I do feel there's a lot of Diana in me. And I want to be able to run the beach like I used to. Not on the seawall on my bicycle, but walk the beach and look for shells. And I didn't find a Hecate in this deck, but I got Changing Woman. And this is her crone aspect. And so as I said, you know, a bunch of us here that have been holding this energy, we're going through double. We're the light's turning on. So, you know, we're getting to see these changing consciousness. And on the other hand, as we are beginning a journey of our own into the crone of wisdom, as is Mother Earth, bringing back her wildness with the new beginning, with justice, adjustment, from the debauchery that has been dealt upon her will be a change and a new birth, an experience. All potential exists here. So that's my reading for today that I'm recording last night. Many blessings. May the goddess bless. I hope they don't do two horrible things to my mouth, which is next week, because coming on here for my throat chakra and to express and the cards has been such an absolutely phenomenal experience. And I thank everybody that I have met and that has watched my learning videos. May the goddess bless. The answer is love.